Hi! Today I'm going to show you how to use the Stampin' Up! Springtime Joy stamp set to make my sweet and simple spring card. The animals in the Springtime Joy stamp set are so cute and cuddly. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 20 years I've been teaching others how to create their own hand-stamped smiles. So come and watch as I show you how I use just the small images for my sweet and simple spring card. Here's a closer view of the Springtime Joy stamp set, and the animals are also adorable. Now this is from the January through June 2021 Stampin' Up! Mini catalog, and it is retiring. And Stampin' Up! Has already released that list, and so this is now available only while supplies last. So let's get at it. So what I have here is some basic white cardstock, and it's designed for stamping, a smooth, tight finish to give you crisp, clean images. And I want to stamp Welcome Spring on here, but before I do that, look at these dies. These are so cool. The Stitch with Whimsy, and it's going to die cut the stitching in there. It won't die cut the shape, just the stitching. And so I need to know where I want to die cut or where I want to stamp, and so I need to put this on here. Okay, that's how I need to do it. You may not. And what I have here is a Tuxedo Black Memento ink pad. So we're going to ink up my Welcome Spring. And center that on there and stamp. There we go. And so now I'm going to grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we will die cut the stitching onto this and then do the rest of the stamping. So I've got my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, so now we need to build up the sandwich to the appropriate thickness. So we'll start with plate 1, the platform. And then because it's a thin metal die, we need plate number 2. And you don't have to memorize it. It's all written on here. Okay. And then we do need plate 3, a cutting pad. And now for our basic white cardstock, we just stamped our Stitch with Whimsy die. And I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape. And I use this over and over. I don't get a fresh piece every time. And just to help hold that down so it doesn't slide as it goes through. And let's place this. We need another plate number 3. We're going to place this on top. Instead of scooting it on, we don't want to scoot the die. All right, I can't wait for you to see this. These are just the coolest dies. All right. Isn't that wonderful? And look how it's framed. That's just going to dress up my sweet and simple card. So I have the Tuxedo Black Memento ink pad again because we need to finish our stamping, and I'm using Stampin' Blends, alcohol markers, and Stampin' Up's exclusive colors, and you need this pad. All right, and so look, I have the cute little butterfly. So I needed my die cutting done so I'd know where to stamp him. Oh, so cute. And then the little baby chick. Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, I'm going to stamp him down along here so he isn't floating. Cute. All right, and then the tulip. So all these stamps are included in the Springtime Joy stamp set. And come down here. One. Another one a little bit higher next to. And there we go. We've got the stamping done. So now we have the fun of coloring. And I'll start with the Granny Apple Green Dark. I'll be using both. And this smaller tip to outline the veins on the leaves. And then we'll color those in. That little bit of shading makes such a difference. It's so easy to do with the Stampin' Blends. And not only do you get these vibrant, beautiful colors, you don't see the lines like you can with markers, especially in a big image. Markers would be okay on here, but oh, the vibrant colors, love them. All right, so next let's do our first tulip, and I have Melon Mambo here. And we'll start with the dark. And what I'm going to do, follow the outline. All right. And then we'll color it in. Clean and simple card, pretty quick to make, but all this pretty color. Next, I have Calypso Coral for the other tulip. My tulips are starting to come up. It's getting exciting that it's springtime. And they're always so vibrant. There we go. Very, very pretty. All right. That blending is just something, isn't it? So now let's color the butterfly. I was talking to my girlfriend and I said, hey, here are the colors. What do you think for the butterfly? And she suggested a monarch. And so I'm using Mango Melody. Now, Mango Melody and Rich Raspberry, they're retiring in the Stampin' blends. And I want Stampin' blends in every color, so I sure didn't want to see anything go away, but these are, and I would grab them up before they get gone. It's very nice to have as many colors as you can get. So color that all in. Yeah, she said an orangey yellow would be great. I'm like, oh, Melon Mambo. All right, and so then the basic black for his body. Here we go, and color in those dots. Only thing left is our sweet little chick, and for that I have pumpkin pie for his beak. There we go. And so saffron for his body. I didn't think he'd be as bright of a yellow as Daffodil Delight. So stinking cute. There we go. We've got the coloring done. Right, so for the base of the card, I'm using So Saffron, and I wanted some more color. And so I have more of the Granny Apple Green. So instead of layering these exactly, I decided to make it cattywampus. All right, and it needs to go like this. So I'm going to adhere this with the Stampin' Seal. I thought, oh, this is a whimsical card. Let's, instead of just having everything all squared up, which is my nature, nice, neat, and even, and all that, I thought, let's go cattywampus. And here we go. And then we'll put this like that. But instead of just flat, we'll use my favorite, okay, I call these an accessory, the Stampin' Dimensionals, these foam adhesive dots. They're truly an adhesive, but they add so much to our cards. It's a hidden accessory. Okay, so I'm going to put one in each corner, and then one in the center for some extra support. There we go. And I'll have a link to my blog post under the video with this card, so you can have the measurements, so it'll make it easy for you to make it if you'd like. There we go. And that splash of the green, isn't that nice? And I love the whimsical. And I thought it just needs a little something more. And if you wanted to inside, you know, so we've got Welcome Spring and May the New Life of Spring Bring You Joy. Or to me, this would just be a nice thinking of you card. But anyway, it needed a little bit more, so I got the Champagne Rhinestone Basic Jewels and my Take Your Pick tool. And normally I would use a spatula, but Stampin' Up! Had some training and one of the demonstrators used the putty end. And I thought, well, let's see how that works, because that's intriguing to me instead of trying to get up and under. And so I'm like, well, that's handy. So we've got a couple options. There we go. And Grandma always said you do things in odd numbers. So 1, 3, 5. And there we go. My sweet and simple spring card with the Springtime Joy stamp set. Now, when you place your April 2021 Stampin' Up! Order with me of $50 or more, I'm going to send you one of my sweet and simple spring cards. If you'd like to make my sweet and simple spring card with the Springtime Joy stamp set, all the supplies are listed below the video and available to order now in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. But remember, the Springtime Joy stamp set is retiring and available now only while supplies last. So get on over now to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.